welcome to Charly Lopez live here. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, how you doing, Jax?
I'm good. How are you?
Kat?
Great
How are you
to
guys?
have
Yeah,
you
good.
here.
So good to have you back. You were my very first musical guest here back when it all started. And what do you think of the studio now?
Beautiful. It's getting better and better every time.
Better and better.
Yeah.
And that was an original song off your album that you brought to us today. What was the name of that song?
Correct. That's Tres Milenios.
Tres
That's Tres
Milenios.
Milenios. Yeah. That's means 3 millennia.
Yeah.
It's a song written with friends back in Uruguay and South America long time ago, and I put it on this record in 2011.
Okay.
And I brought you this record tonight.
Thank
Yes.
you
Today.
so much.
Not only did he bring us a record, but he brought a couple records that we're going to be able to raffle off to our listeners.
Very cool.
So always
Yeah.
good. Thank you for the gifts, Charlie.
Sure.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
And I told Kat I was lucky enough to get to interview you last time, so I asked her to prepare some questions for you to talk about what you've been doing and
All
let our
right.
listeners know a little bit more about you. So
Yeah, and probably a lot of listeners already know you, but we're adding more daily. In fact, we're up to 500 million
listeners.
likes.
Yes.
Nice. Wow, that's good.
Yeah, well, okay, we added a couple of zeros.
It was
but-
embellished just a touch, but
But so now I know you're originally from Uruguay.
Yes.
Right? And you've lived in Canada for a long time. Now you're here in Costa Rica.
Yes.
And I'd love to hear a little bit about your journey and how you ended up in these places and circled back to Latin America.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's very simple. It's as a teenager, I wanted always to play in a rock band, you know, and then one day I remember reading this interview with Paul McCartney, and he was saying in the interview that when he was with the Beatles, he quit high school and went on tour with the Beatles. And I thought right away, that's what I want to do. I want to quit high school and go on tour with my band. But okay, my parents were not happy with that, so
Right.
I didn't quit high school, and I didn't go on tour with my band until later on. But
the dream was always there.
yeah, the dream was
Yeah.
there, and I was going to play like in Chile or Argentina with my band. And when I was coming back, I was crying because I wanted to keep going to other places, you know. And every time I was coming back home to the same reality.
Yeah.
And then, until '92, the band I was with called Alvacast. We had a producer interested in the band in the United States, but for us going to the state as Uruguayans in those days was very difficult. Like immigration asked we had to have property, so they make sure that we don't stay,
Yeah.
and visas and paperwork. So it was very difficult. Well, okay, that's fine. But we had friends in Canada, and in Canada was not asking visas for Uruguayans in that time, so it was perfect timing.
Much easier
So-
getting to Canada. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
By the way, it is National Canadian Day per Jax today.
Yes.
Oh,
I've
Yeah.
declared it today.
Okay.
So I'm going to diss on Canada all day long. But anyway, they
Yeah.
let you in?
They let
yeah,
you
yeah.
in.
So we
the whole band.
The whole band
Yeah.
went, and we landed in Toronto, and of course they saw these 5 guys with leather jackets and sneakers and jeans and long hair, and so they got us there for longer than we should, asking us questions.
Yeah.
So we lost our connection to Montreal.
Oh.
So we had to take the next plane, and but yeah. So then after 5 years living in Canada, I became a Canadian citizen, and then I started traveling to the States, and mostly I was playing upstate New York, Rochester, Buffalo, Clifton Park, Albany, Troy, Poughkeepsie.
I
and
grew
then,
up in Binghamton, actually.
Oh, yeah,
Did you ever play there?
No.
Oh, there's probably a reason
Sorry.
for that.
And then we connected with Ontario, so we were doing Hamilton, Milton, all the way back to Montreal. And I did that for 13 winters. I always say I've been in Canada for 13 winters. Until
It's cold. It's cold in the winter there.
It's very cold,
Yeah.
Canada is a beautiful country. I love it. But it's just the cold is too long.
Right.
So I couldn't.
Claro.
Yeah, claro. So, and then by year 11, I was like, man, I would love to find a place where I can, it's warmer, I can stay longer. And I found this paradise here in Costa Rica in Guanacaste, and I was like, I came here for for 6 months first. Actually, for 4, and I lost my ticket. And I stayed two more months.
But
and
now, did you just come down here to check it out, or were you performing?
No, what happened was that a friend was gone for years. Never know anything about him. Finally, he shows up in Montreal. So I asked, "Where are you? Where were you all these years?" And he said, "I've been in Costa Rica." I said, "Well, I know Costa Rica, but I don't know anything about the country. I mean, I know where it is, in Central America." He said, I have a restaurant on the beach, and you should come and play with your guitar, you know?" And I was like, "No way, man. I was playing heavy metal in venues, you know?
Yeah, real
I'm not going
concerts.
to a restaurant and play with an acoustic guitar. That's unthinkable. No way."
I'm a rock star.
Well, you know, I couldn't, you know. So until one day I said, I'm going to go, like I said, check it out. You know, so I brought my guitar, and so I went to his restaurant, and I was playing every night there, and it was so cool. Like, wow, this is fantastic. I mean, I'm on the beach, and
You're not cold?
you're not cold. And then I did that for 4 months, you know, and after 4 months, I'm like, I've been 4 months here and not one drop of rain.
Right.
Yeah.
What's this place? You know, like,
Paradise.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I stayed 2 more months, and I found, you know, I played in a couple of places, other places as well. So, and then I went back to Canada with the decision of coming back here for good.
Yeah.
So I went for 7 months, sold everything I could, and then came back here, and here I am 10 years later. I'm at the midday madness.
Yeah, that's right. Moving
Let's
up in the
show.
world. Yeah. Did it ever occur to you to go back to Uruguay, or?
Oh,
was
yeah,
that-
to live?
Yeah.
Yes,
back
yes, yes. Because Uruguay is it's a nice country. Everything is close and it's very modern. You know,
Yeah,
it's
and lots
more-
of arts.
Yeah, lots of arts and music.
Yeah, lots of music.
It's more of a European style, and I thought about that actually. With Laurie, we thought about moving there,
Yeah.
but there's one problem: the winter.
They have it
They have a winter
too.
there,
Okay.
and it's 3 months long only,
Uh-huh.
but it's still cold. So you know,
Right.
no,
So
I'm
this
done
is
with
home.
This is home. This is home. Yeah, yeah. So I'm a resident also here now,
Yeah.
permanent resident. So
Vida.
You are just
Feliz
I'm so
Felicidades.
like, I don't have to go out
Yeah.
every 3 months anymore.
Well,
and,
you could always play Nicaragua or
I did.
Panama. Yeah.
Yeah, I did play in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
I did play in when I was going to San Juan del Sur.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I arranged there. So every time I go, every 3 months, I go and I play there 3
Perfect.
nights and come back. You know.
That's awesome.
That's
Well, do you
fun.
think you have another song for us now before we get back to the serious questions? of the
Sure,
interview?
sure. I do.
All right. What do you have for
Yeah.
us?
I'll do this beautiful little small, or not small, but slow song,
Yeah.
which is it's a nice song.
A ballad.
It's the only cover I have in the album. It's from Alfredo Citarrosa. It's called Stephanie, and it's a beautiful song. It goes like this.
Stephanie, no hay dolor más atroz que ser feliz. Decías anoche, dime por favor, bésame aquí. Stephanie, sé que tu corazón fala de mí, que soy dolor, Stephanie.
Beautiful ballad. Love that. Stephanie and Charly Lopez está en la casa.
Nice.
Very nice.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So now I understand. I did a little digging into your past, and I saw that you used to sing in the school choir.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite song?
In those days?
Yeah, in those days when you were singing in the choir.
I don't remember. We were singing, the anthem of the country, and we were singing. I don't remember exactly what I was singing, but what I remember
Yeah.
in my elementary school, there was this amphitheater with a big stage. Well, at least it was big for me in those days.
Sure.
It looked like a big stage, and there were all the seats
Yeah.
in front of you, and up there was a balcony with seats. And when it's like the national day of the country, we will go up on stage and sing the anthem and sing all the songs, and the amphitheater was crowded with parents, right?
Right.
Full of parents, and I don't know, and I was feeling like this is wonderful. I loved it. I loved to be in front of crowd, and so I thought I found my passion really quick, really, really
like, I
right away.
I want to be on stage with this.
Yes, this is what I like.
Yeah,
this is what I like. Be on the stage singing and with the crowd.
Yeah,
and yeah.
Very.
So,
It's a real high, isn't it? Just the
Mhm.
crowds
Oh,
going
yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
and Talk about adulation and just really, making sure other people feel what
Right.
you want to give.
Yes,
So,
yes.
It's a drug.
Yeah, so
It is.
when you came over earlier, we were talking about your guitar collection and your 7 different guitars. Do you play any other instruments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I play drums.
Okay.
I play bass. And I'm trying to play keyboards. I mean, just playing with it.
Yeah.
But
Keep teaching
no, I don't play
yourself.
keyboards. I play drums and bass and guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But your favorite is guitar.
Yeah. Because I started learning guitar at 9 also. The same, almost at
Nine.
the same time in the choir as a child.
Yeah.
And I hated guitar in those days. But the reason was because my class was on Saturdays at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was going to school Monday to Friday, and I had to get up early every morning. And Saturday that I can stay home and watch my cartoons,
Right.
no, I have to go to this stupid guitar class,
So your parents made you take guitar
Yeah,
lessons?
yeah.
Is that it?
And then when I was done, I put it in the closet. I don't want to know anything about this. Until one day, I heard the Beatles, and what's this? And I got a record as a gift for my birthday. There was a Help album.
Ah.
Then I took my guitar out of the closet, dusted
maybe I
it,
can
and
play
let's
this.
see. And I started playing, and I haven't stopped since then.
I wore this shirt for you today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the
I heard
Beatles.
they were an early influence in your life.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Big influence.
Yeah. So now, you play a lot of different styles of rock and heavy metal, and
Yeah.
I assume some acoustic too.
Yeah, acoustic, yeah.
So now, how has your musical style changed over the decades, and how do you reinvent yourself?
Well, let's say when I started learning guitar, I was taught folklore. Right?
Folklorico.
Folklore, folklore music from my country and from Argentina. That's what I learned. That's what I started with. Then after I discovered rock, and then I was starting to, I started playing rock. Then I got into heavy metal. And then when you're into heavy metal, you have this prejudice that you create yourself against yourself, that you say you cannot sing anything or play anything that is not heavy metal. That's what you are. You're a heavy metal guy. That's what you play. You don't play rock and roll, or you don't play blues, or you don't play nothing.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say bad words here? Anyway.
Just not the F word, that's all.
Yeah, just no F word.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. So,
Yeah, you can say it.
so all my teenage years, I was always playing heavy metal, but I was listening to other stuff.
Right.
In my house, I was listening, not really to blues, but rock and roll. The Beatles or Pink Floyd, more, and CCR. So, but I wasn't playing it. It was until I came here that I thought, I can't be in a restaurant playing heavy metal with my acoustic guitar. So then I have to reinvent myself. I have to learn new songs. So in those 7 months that I went back to Canada, also what I did was I learned a bunch of songs that I could play.
Crowd pleaser covers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, but I have to see songs that I like first.
Of course.
Songs that I feel something about them.
Yeah.
Because many times people ask me, "Can you play this one? Can you play that one?"
I
But-
can, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and if I don't feel it, you probably won't feel it either.
Right.
So
this is true.
so then I learned all these songs, and yeah. So I came back here, and I had to reinvent myself. This is a new Charly Lopez now playing in restaurants on the beach and playing electric acoustic,
Well,
singing.
I
other
got
styles.
news for you, Charlie.
Yeah.
You pretty much rock them all.
Yeah.
You can rock your heavy metal, you rock your acoustic,
Yeah, thank you.
crowd pleasing.
Yeah.
So being a chameleon is not a bad thing, for sure.
No, it's not bad. It's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, besides playing here on the beach, you're also doing some bigger venues, touring. You just got back from New Orleans, right?
Yes, because I
Yeah.
still need my fix of, being a real stage with real lights, with a real crowd.
A
with-
real paycheck.
with- yeah, that has to go
Okay,
with
that's
it.
part of it.
I think Charlie does pretty good down here.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
venture to say.
I can
No
com-
doubt.
I can complain, but I like
Right.
also, being on a stage
Right.
and I can do that here. So that's when I go to South America. I do
Uh-huh.
that there. When I go to Canada, that's what I
Yeah.
do.
So,
And,
what
yeah.
are some of your favorite music cities that you've played?
music cities?
Yeah.
Well, Austin is one of them.
Yeah.
The first time I went to Austin this last year, and New Orleans, I've been just a couple of weeks ago. Buenos Aires is a great city
Yeah.
for music. I used to play in Buenos Aires in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And then Montreal is a great city, and Toronto,
Yeah.
what else? Yeah, that's mostly New York. I've been to New York, but I haven't played in New York. But all upstate New York, Rochester, Buffalo, those are
Right,
fun
right,
cities to
right.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's funny. You could probably find a great music scene in just about any city in the world
Mhm.
You would
if
think.
you're looking for it.
Yeah. You would
Yeah.
think. He didn't
Yeah.
play Binghamton, so I don't know if there's any real great music venue there. But
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I used to live in Austin, so I know it's a great music
Yeah.
town.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Next time you play there, let me know because
I
I'll
will.
send all my friends.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
so where did you play when you were in New Orleans just recently?
A place called 3090
Okay.
on Frenchman Street.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's the French Quarter, which is this. It's a place where, Napoleon. I did this hop on hop off bus tour
Yeah.
on the
Right,
city,
right,
so I
right.
was
the
listening.
Garden District.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were saying that Napoleon sold Louisiana, which was from the French. They sold it to United States, but there was these French people and the American people, and they didn't get along
No.
right away.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Still.
all the French people stayed in the French Quarter. And it's
Yeah.
Canal Street, and one side of Canal Street is the French Quarter, and the other street is the English, so to say, American
Mhm.
Yeah.
Quarter.
Right.
And so in the French Quarter, there's Bourbon Street, which is a great street with live music. Every block has like 10 venues, and there's always bands playing and playing. It's almost like
Yeah.
6th Street
Yeah.
in Austin,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but longer.
So,
Longer?
Charlie, tell Kat what the highlight of your trip to New Orleans is. I mean, you can share it with her.
Oh, I
You
missed
posted
this.
it on Facebook, but just what was the biggest highlight of your trip to
I
New
think-
Orleans?
He's laughing.
Yeah. Well, it was fun when I saw that home of Jack's beer. So that was cool.
He took a picture.
I did
I had to
see
take a
that.
picture.
I
Yes.
did see that. I was thinking a real favorite moment, not a picture
Oh,
of
maybe
the Jack's
maybe that was
Brewery.
my highlight. I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing the two.
Yeah. Well, the highlight for me was playing with other musicians. It's not just playing, but share with other musicians. There were so many good musicians there. And
Yeah.
there was this jam night where I went, and they were playing all kind of soul and funky music.
Ah.
And after being there for half hour, I told Lori, I think we're in the wrong place, because I'm going to play some rock and blues and stuff. And these guys are playing all soul and very good music.
Yeah.
So the MC came down at some point, and I asked him, hey, it's okay to play some rock, blues, He said, fine, he will play anything.
Everything.
Good. So then I got up, and I did Proud Mary.
Ah.
Yeah.
I wanted that because
That's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lori, she's a realtor, and she's with Keller Williams,
Mhm.
and there was a conference, for 6 days conference with them, and the venue was packed with Keller Williams people.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
so we had a great time
You
there.
had some hometown support.
Yep.
Great.
Very
Well,
cool.
I'm going to ask you to
Yeah.
play another song, and then maybe we can slip into this game that we.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Finally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. I'm gonna play one in English. How about that?
That'd
Because
be
my
great.
album is in Spanish,
Yes.
but there's one song in English.
Okay.
My next album will be in English, promised. Just that
Okay.
these songs, I had these songs for so long, and I wanted to put them in an album,
Yeah,
and
of course.
yeah. All right. So actually, this is a song I wrote for Lori, And this is called Until the End of Time.
I broke up so many times in my life. I don't want it to happen with you, 'cause I love you, you know that it's true. Yes, I do. Yeah, we're gonna make it shine. This kind of love is hard to find. One in a million, that's what we are. Oh, say that you want me. Say that you're mine. Say that you love me. For the rest of your life. Say that you'll stay every day and every night. Please stay with me, baby, until the end of time. Until the end of time. Please stay with me until the end of
That had a little bit of a Beatles ending.
That
Oh,
is
yeah,
right.
yeah. Yes, there is.
Yeah, and you know what? You sound Canadian when you sing in English.
Is that right?
I love it.
Good.
It is International Canadian
It
Day,
is.
so it's appropriate.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Lori must love that song.
Yeah, she
Right?
does.
Beautiful.
She does.
Beautiful. Yeah.
What a nice tribute to.
Actually,
always
we
have.
produced this album together, her and I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we recorded in a real studio. This is not recorded in the computer.
This isn't Garage Band.
No.
Right.
This is
right
this
down
is,
here at SharkFM, right?
Right.
Yeah.
This is in a real studio,
Yeah.
and,
And
yep.
you said you have a new one coming up, or you're working on a new
I'm working
album?
on a new one.
Great.
This is gonna be on my home studio. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When can we expect that to hit the shelves?
It's hard to say, but hopefully this year.
Hopefully this year,
Yeah,
2016.
because it takes time, and I
Oh,
want
of
to take my
course.
time to write it, do it right, and
Yeah.
yeah. So
All right. So how can our listeners find more about you or find some of your music? What's the best
my
way?
website, charlylopezmusic.com. Charlie with a L-Y.
Right.
Charlie-
CHARLY.
L-Y.
Lopez.
lopezmusic.com. That's my website. Or on Facebook, Charly Lopez Music.
Right.
Yeah.
And they can find you on iTunes.
Yeah, you can find this album in iTunes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
In Amazon.
Yeah.
Many, I think,
Just Google
Spotify,
it.
I think it is there too. Is in many retails.
Right.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I've
Right.
seen many of your shows on YouTube.
Well,
Yeah.
he will
Yeah,
be on
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to upload the videos I took to Midday Madness YouTube
Oh, cool.
today, so those will be out there
Thank
too, and
you.
it'll also be posted on our Facebook page as well. This is Charly Lopez. Yeah, a second time in, always incredible to hear you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we've kind of asked Charlie to play a little game with us before he's started queuing up. That's why we started a little after the 12 o'clock hour. And of course, Charlie. Last time I made you play name that tune. Which you
That was
killed
easy.
it. Yeah, he
That was
killed
easy.
it. He killed it. So we're making him stretch out of his comfort zone this
Yes. Yeah. This one is difficult. for me.
time. Right.
Out of mine, too.
Yeah.
So it's going to get more difficult because I had you answer a series of 6 questions, and Kat answered them, I answered them, and we also had Steve Duff, the studio owner, answer them, and Darren Talbot was here a few weeks ago, and that's when this all started. So we are going to go through the questions now. I'm going to read off each answer, and we all have to try to decide who read or who wrote that answer, okay?
Okay.
So the very first question was, things your pets do when you are not home. They drink your beer.
Okay.
All right. How do I know? Question mark. All right. Crack a beer, smoke a cigarette, and order Tico to go. Very talented pet right there. Play with themselves. Oh.
Oh.
That's a little visual. And sleep in your bed. Okay. All right. So we have a lot of answers there.
Yeah.
Let's just
How
try
does this work?
why don't we just try to pick one that we definitely think somebody posted?
Okay.
How's that go?
Okay.
So here are the answers. Drink your beer. How do I know? Crack a beer, smoke a cigarette, and order Tico to go. Play with themselves or sleep in your bed. I'm going to have to say, Charlie came up with sleep in your bed.
I was thinking he came up with Tico to go.
Oh, okay. All
No,
right.
no, none of those. But
None of those.
sleep in my bed could be, a right
He
one. Yeah.
trumped us. So what was your answer?
How do I know?
How do I know? How do I know? Steve, what was
Okay.
your answer? Sleep in your bed? Oh, that was
Yeah.
Steve. Okay. All right. All good answers.
Okay.
Number 2.
I don't even remember mine.
Nope. Mine was Tico to go, by the way.
I think
Yeah.
drink your beer was
Yeah.
mine.
All right. The next question was things you shouldn't leave open. All right. This could get deep. It could get funny.
Yeah.
The first answer, your relationship. I guess that would not be a good thing to leave your relationship open. Your bank account info when you're at an ATM.
Okay. There's a serious answer.
Sure.
Good advice, though.
Yeah.
The guitar case on a rainy day. Yes. That probably wouldn't be me or you.
No.
Your fly, meaning your zipper. I think we are
Yeah.
meaning by that. And things you shouldn't leave open. Your fly gentleman. We have that duplicated. So there are all the
Ooh,
answers.
a double your fly.
Yes. So
Guitar case.
let's try to pick which one, Charlie. Guitar case?
On a rainy day.
Yeah, I got to say that's
either
Charlie too.
or Darren.
That's correct.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
now we're on to him. Okay, the next question. This is called a game called Things. Just called Things. Things people do when no one is looking.
Oh, there's a lot of things.
Okay, they put their hands on their nether regions.
That would be intimate parts.
Right. Pick their noses. Okay.
Okay.
And what's next? Count their money. Well, if I had some, I would count it, that's for sure. They shop. Actually, this is number 4, and that doesn't belong there. So, no,
They
scratch that. That was things you do when you're naked. That's coming up. Things to do when no one is looking, scratch themselves. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And number 5, play with their nose. So,
Okay.
which do you think Charly Lopez answered?
I'm going to go with scratch.
Scratch themselves?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Of course, you're probably getting to know his handwriting now.
Men
so no
don't, yeah, I'm going to let
cheating.
you do the next 3. Men don't admit to actually touching themselves. I don't even think they realize they do it. It's just like always there, right, around themselves. So I'm going to go with count their money. Because, Charlie's doing
Charlie's the one counting the money here.
Yeah, I want to say count your money.
Actually, it was play with their nose.
Play with your
their
nose.
nose. Okay.
Yeah.
We were off.
Okay. On to number 4, which is things you shouldn't do when naked. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You mean there are things you shouldn't do naked?
I thought you
What?
could do everything
Yeah.
naked.
I thought so.
Yeah.
But well,
Okay, we're all learning here. Run through the sheets.
Okay.
Okay. Drive.
Why can't you drive naked? Oh, in case
Things
you get pulled over.
shouldn't do.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
might
a
be
problem.
bad. You might get double arrested.
Right.
Wave at the neighbors
Oh,
naked.
yeah, probably
Remember,
not a good
you're
thing.
naked.
Yeah.
Shop.
Shop
shop.
naked. Yeah. Well, it'd be easier to buy clothes.
Depends on where you're shopping.
Right.
Or run with scissors in a bouncy house.
oh.
Like the kid bouncy house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Which
All right.
one?
What do we think Charlie wrote? Let's see. He
I'm-
said he
I'm-
wasn't that creative, but
I'm thinking running through the sheets.
running through the sheets.
He wouldn't say shop.
No, I say wave at the neighbor.
Wave at the
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well done.
All right.
Good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was clever.
Yeah.
You are good at this game.
To see.
Whoa.
Yeah. See, Jax is starting to follow now. She's
Yeah, I
got
can't.
it.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't look at the handwriting because I'm kind of did
Okay.
your style.
Number
Yeah.
5 is things you shouldn't tie to the roof of your car.
Oh.
Okay.
Mhm.
Full marguentas.
What is that? Sorry. What?
It
Isn't
looks
that-
like margaritas to
No,
me.
it's marguentas.
Margaritas. There's no such thing as marguentas.
I'm just reading.
Okay.
How would you pronounce this word, Charlie?
Margaritas.
It says morgentas. Morgentas. Full morgentas. But I think they mean margarita.
Yeah,
full
I
Monty.
think that's could be.
Full margaritas. Or your dog.
That probably would not be a good idea.
Or everything in Costa Rica. That actually does get tied to the roof.
Right.
A dead body.
Ooh. Right. That should go in the trunk for sure.
Yeah.
And my pets.
So
So
what
we got a
do
couple.
we
We're
think
on to the pet thing.
Charlie guessed there?
Well, it wasn't the full marguentas.
Clearly not.
No.
And it was margaritas, and that was mine.
Ah,
Thanks for
sorry.
blowing that.
Oh, well, I couldn't read it.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to have to go with your dog.
I'm going to go with your dog, too.
Okay.
Is it your dog?
Well, not
Or is it
exactly.
pets?
Charlie
My
has
pets.
dogs.
My pets.
Ah,
my pets.
we were wrong then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close,
Yeah.
close, but no cigar.
Close.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
he's got dogs that he loves, right? 3 of them?
Yeah.
Two.
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 Dogs.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Okay, number 6, the last one. Things that jiggle.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Which we had to explain to Charlie, because they don't jiggle down.
Right, so
Yeah,
you'll
jiggles-
figure it
It's
right
an
away. This
unusual
one.
word
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Things that jiggle, all Latina women.
Yeah.
Okay.
The booty.
Jello hands, fake boobs.
Okay. But real boobs don't jiggle?
I think they do.
Okay.
Jello shots.
Yes, they do.
We have a Jello theme here.
That has to be yours, Kat.
You baby.
Oh.
Ah,
Oh, boy.
I think that one's Darren, but
Might
we'll
be.
keep going.
Okay.
My sex toys.
Ooh.
Ooh. Can we say that on the air?
We just did.
We just did.
Okay.
And breasts.
Oh, along the same theme.
Yeah, we got some jiggles.
I would say Charlie wrote breasts because he's a one-track mind kind of guy.
Yeah. And I don't think he would say sex toys.
No.
That sounds like a girl's
That was
answer.
me too. Yeah.
Jello shots. Yeah. I might go with breasts too.
Charlie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What's the one that says Jello?
Inclusive
The first
of
one.
breasts. Yes, the first
Yeah.
one.
Okay, all
the
of them.
first one.
All
okay.
of
The first one.
them.
There you go.
Jello hands.
Now
Yeah.
I feel like
All
I
boobs.
Yes.
Okay,
All
all
boobs. I feel like I know you so much better now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. This has been so
Nice
intimate.
game.
Yeah.
You always come up with nice games. It's
That was
cool.
awesome. Do you have anyone you want to shark out to before you play one last song? And
I'm playing tonight the Shack
okay,
in Potrero
Potrero.
for the open mic and jam session.
that's
that I-
always fun. I've been there before.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
time. Yep.
And tomorrow at the Smoking Pig with Donnie Walsh
Ah,
and
That will
Allman and drums-
that
on
will
drums.
be a show not to miss.
you've gone. I
Yeah,
still have to
yeah.
hit it.
yeah, that was cool. And Saturday I'm playing for the celebration of the birthday party for C at C Lounge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so those
Okay.
are the Shack outs.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. Do you have one last number for us?
One song? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, and we'll
All
just
right.
close out the
Por favor.
show.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you
It's
for
been
having me.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome back
Fine.
anytime.
You are listening to Charly Lopez here on Midday Madness with Jax and Kat, 96.9 Shark FM.
Dije adiós y dejé todo, mi familia, mi país. Pedí a Dios que cuide a todos, que yo cuidaría de mí. Después que me despedí y me subí al avión, hasta ahí llegó el pasado y el futuro comenzó. Dentro de un monstruo de acero que empezaba a rugir, se encontraba un hombre nuevo que buscaba un avenir. En un momento de miedo pensé, me bajo, yo me quedo. ¿Para qué vas a quedarte? No hay trabajo para nadie. Adiós casa, adiós el barrio, los amigos, la ciudad. Adiós a toda esa gente que jamás me vio pasar. Y si bien me voy muy lejos, no me olvidaré de
Yeah, thank you so much, Charly Lopez. Love to have you.
Thank you.
Make sure you see him this weekend at one of his venues. Yeah, let's get back to the music. You're listening to 96.9 Shark FM. Thanks, Charlie.